All right, welcome back to one more conversation in English. And I know this is your favorite podcast, Papo Fluente. We are here one more time. And guys, I promise you I will drop one episode every single week. And here I am again. And I'm not alone. I'm with a very special guest. I know I say it every time, guys, but today I mean it. I mean it. I'm here with my brother from another mother, right? Gabriel, how are you, man?
Yo, 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 yo. What's good, brother?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, bro. It's a pleasure to be here speaking this crazy language with you, bro.
Yeah, man. It's been a long time I don't see your face. I
Yeah.
believe the last time we saw each other was like when my son was born and you came to visit, right? You remember that?
Yeah. That was 2017.
17. Yeah, bro. It's been
Itaquera City.
yeah, it's been like 7 years, man. But here we go, guys. This is Gabriel. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to introduce yourself, right? Gabriel, aka Sholes, aka King of the Grill, King of the Grill, right? And man, so just tell us who you are, where you're from, why you're here. What's the story?
Yo, so that's in a house. Gabriel.
Yeah,
I'm a filmmaker and a dad and a husband. Try to be a good husband. It's not too
good.
easy.
I
Not
know,
too
man. I
easy.
know. It's
And I
hard
live
work.
in Rio de Janeiro, but originally I'm from São Paulo,
Santa Amaro, right?
Santo Amaro,
Here
the
we go.
south side São Paulo.
That's it. That's it. And Gabriel, man, I just made up a game like 10 minutes ago. And I want you to play this game with you. So it's very simple. I call it this and that. So I'm going to give you two options, and you have to pick one of the options, and you can say why.
All right.
All right, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, man, we're going to start talking about music because I know you love this topic. So, samba. Yeah, here we go, man. Here we go. Oh, look. So, samba or jazz?
Both.
No, pick one. Pick one. Come on.
No, man, I can't.
It's hard, right?
It's hard. That the two most important genres, musically and culturally speaking, for me.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. It's all right. So be ready for the next one, man. It's a hard hawk. It's hard to choose. The next one is hard to choose. So, Jorge Ben or Fela Kuti?
Now, both are the best one, but I would say Jorge Ben
Why?
because Jorge Ben influenced not only musically speaking, but he influenced a lifestyle that for me was how I found myself in the world. He brought to me how important this lifestyle of being a Brazilian and have the different flavor from where people that I hang out with, where I come from. He gave me this color that said, man, like I'm in a good place, like thanks to George Ben music.
Yeah, yeah, I can feel that. All right, so if you guys don't know, Gabriel is a very good musician, right? And yeah, man, you are indeed. All right, so you gotta choose now. When it comes to playing the instruments, pandeiro or tamborim?
Pandeiro.
Why?
I'm not good in like instruments, but that
You are.
pandeiro is like the instrument that I most feel comfortable to share my music and to share the energy that I want to share with people.
There you go. All right, man. This one is very controversial. Okay, so be careful with your answer, man. Be careful with your answer, man. Watch out.
Yeah,
Manchers ou coxinha?
that's easy one, man. Mushrooms.
Why, bro? Come on. I thought you would say coxinha, bro. What happened there?
Mushers is like the nickname of one of my best friends, my teacher in Susanville. This guy here, Alan.
Oh man, if I am your teacher, you are my mentor, man. Like you taught me so much more than I did. Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
All
Alan is the one who brought to me like incredible ability to be in highlight in a space without dominate the language, just by body movements. People look
Here
at
we
him and
go.
say, "Man, this guy, he knows what's going on." And he didn't speak very good English at that time, but people in our workplace really respect him just by
Yeah,
the way he interacts.
exactly, man. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. And here we go. One more. Susanville or Pittsburgh?
Oh, that's a hard one, man. Both very
Yeah.
important place in my life. Ah, man, I would say the last one, which is Pittsburgh, but Susanville, those are the same level of importance for me.
Mm-hmm. All right. My last one, man. Change your reality or complain about your problems.
Yeah. I like to complain, but I like better to change my reality.
Bro, if I saw you complaining, it was like very, very rare. I cannot remember, man. I just think like you were the guy that always motivated me. You said like, "Come on, Alanzinho, little Alan, let's go, man. Let's change that shit." You know, like every time I would come with you with a problem, you would give me like, "Man, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Come on, stop complaining. Do your part. You know, like do what you have to do." Yeah,
I remember one time we were in the kitchen working. Me and Alan and I, we used to work in a casino as a cook in a kitchen.
yeah,
And we spent a lot of time there, like talking and working. And I remember one day you were talking about someone, and I don't remember who was it. And you said, "Man, this guy, he has some problems." And
yeah,
I was thinking you talking about like just life problems. And
yeah,
I told you, like, said, "No, Alan, it's like not problem. It's just opportunity to grow, right? Opportunity to
yeah,
grow." I said, "No, Gabe, he really has problems." I said, "No, Alan, it's just opportunity to grow." And then he said,
yeah,
"No, man, he has a problem in his arm." I said,
yeah,
"No, I didn't get it at first, man."
yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
tough, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, it was an opportunity, right? In some way, it was an opportunity. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that. And you know what? I usually have a joke with my mom every time she says like about someone. Oh, this person has a problem. I always tell her, not a problem, an opportunity. Always, bro. Always, always, always.
no, we
That's
play
good.
around, we joke, but we have this philosophy, especially after our trip to US and all the struggles that we went through, not
Yeah.
only because the language, but because just the cultural shock and also
Financial situation.
the financial situation, the distance from home. This brought to us a resilience that maybe we never realized we had so much to
Mm-hmm.
to to tap into it. And I
Mm-hmm.
guess we started to play around, but we went through a lot of no joke situations.
Oh
And now
yeah.
we play, we smile because of
Yeah.
the context that we are in. But
Yeah.
it's always opportunity, huh?
Yeah, now it's funny, and I remember you always telling me something, man, that I will carry like in my heart forever, man. You would say, "Hey, Alanzinho, this is like treasures, man. Like we are collecting treasures for our life. You
Right.
know, like when we look back, we're gonna look these moments like we're living right now as treasures, you know, like because we're just cultivating like our youth years, right? Like we're
Yeah,
struggling, but we're developing at the same time."
yeah, bro. I'll be sincere. I don't remember I saying that to you. Maybe you
But
were
you
you
did.
were making up just
But you
because.
did. You did. You did. To be honest, you did.
But man, like I'll tell you what. best memories in my life. Best
Yeah.
memories. I always tell my partner, my family, say, man, those are like the spiritual experiences in the real life that made me
Mm-hmm.
really get in contact with who I really was.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because it was in a different country, different language, but I guess I was able to really see who Gabe really was, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you, Lucas, all these guys, Jamelão, you
Yeah.
guys were my family. I like we each other's family, so we create
Yeah.
this bond that is very unique. Even though I don't see you much, but being with you is like being at home. Huh?
Yeah, yeah, I feel the same, man. I feel the same. You perfectly described like my feeling right now, you know. I'm when I said like you were like a brother, I feel like talking to a brother, you know. And you're just sharing like how many difficult times we've been through, like living in Susanville. But man, like, can you describe Susanville? Like, people are like listening or watching right now. Man, Susanville. Describe Susanville. And one thing, guys, you need to know: this guy, he's a real like a pioneer, right? He was the first one to go there. He he basically opened all the ways to us. Like when we got there, things were a little bit better because of this guy. But tell us a little bit about Susanville and how you end up in Susanville.
Right. So what happened was it's been like when I was, let's say, 15 years old, long time ago, I had this friend of mine. He said, "Yo, you gotta make like 10 years from now goals because if you think too much in a short end, you won't be able to experience really 360 transformation experience. So make sure you have goals and have goals from 10 years from now." And I remember that one goal that I wrote down that was to visit a different country, a different culture. And for me, there was like no one like I had no reference of how to do that,
Mm-hmm.
and if I was able to go, I just wrote down. And 15 years old, and when I was 23, I my dream was to play professional soccer, let's say
Mm-hmm.
football,
Yeah,
and that I was man like I was no good. I was so, but
you
I
were
tried
good.
like 3 times, 30 times, like uh, Palmeiras, Corinthians, São Paulo, all these clubs, and I
Mm-hmm.
was never able to get in. And I remember every time I start to get in the test mode, my heartbeat start to go really fast, my hands start to shake, and I wasn't able to perform the way I would perform. And that
Mm-hmm.
made me very frustrated, very frustrated. I remember me and my mom, we Buddhist, and me
Yeah.
and my mom, after we go to the test, we take like metro, we take bus, we walk like long distance, very short money, and just my mom doing sacrifice to take me for this test, a
Mm-hmm.
soccer test. And start the test, I wasn't able even to get the ball because it's like 300 kids,
Yeah.
15 minutes, and
Mm-hmm.
go show your best. So
Yeah.
there was times that I even I wouldn't see the ball. And after the test, always the same BS. You guys are very good. Thank you for coming. Unfortunately, we already have our plan team ready, and please keep going. Good. And I look to my mom look at me, just very disappointed, and she used to say, "Yo, Gabe, just keep going, right?" And I remember we used to do the chant that we do. We do this
Yeah.
Buddhist chant that is Nam Myoho Renge.
Yeah.
It's really about you tapping into a very strong nature and very connected to your higher self. And I used to
Yeah.
do that a lot because I wouldn't perform in the field to get in a team. And after some years, I was able to play indoor soccer with some friends. And then I got like into kind of professional. I play in a club that called Banespa in Sao
Mm-hmm.
Paulo. But then there was a time that said, you know what, I would just work and whatever. I started working everything for bank, for documentation, like office boy, and
Mm-hmm.
start to work a lot with my uncle, who used to be a cameraman.
Mm-hmm.
And that cameraman, actor,
Yeah.
musician, he was my idol, like my inspiration,
Mm-hmm.
my hero.
Yeah.
And start to work with him and say, man, I'm going to work in this area. And then start to work with audio, visual, video, films, but just behind the cameras, very learning. And
Mm-hmm.
this friend of mine from the team that I used to play, Banespa, he called me and said, yo, Gabe, would you like to come to US? And he was living in US. I said, yeah, man. Why? I said, man, I'm here. You know that I'm here. I'm playing here in the team, and a bunch of coaches. They need players from Brazil, and there was this connection that I made, and I want you to come here and play. I said, man, serious. I'm serious. And I mean, I said, okay, so be ready. In 3 months, you're gonna come to US. I said, shit. So yeah, let's make it happen. Why do I need to sign, right? And I started to like just preparing myself, and he put me in contact with a business company that work with their like get soccer players to go. Not
Mm-hmm.
they're not very like not very they weren't very professional with me, but I
Yeah.
was so excited to go. And there was one point I said, wait a minute, I think they speak English there.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I I ain't no English guy, man. What I gonna do, right? And then I start to get a little bit of anxiety because I realized that I was going to a place
Yeah.
that speak a language that I don't speak, but and I need to take a test that called TOEFL test.
Yeah.
And this test, like the minimum points, like the maximum points was I think 300. I don't remember, but I
Something
think
like that.
yeah. And I was going to a school. There wasn't. I wasn't for university because a junior college,
Yeah.
community college,
Yeah.
and they had like the standards lower to
Yeah.
getting. So instead, like say 100 points, I could get like 20 points. I was in. Man, I said 20 points not too easy, huh? It's not
Uh-huh.
too hard, right? And
Yeah.
I started to study like English, try to have conversations. I started to take classes, and I said, "Man, I think I'm ready." So I took the TOEFL test. Man, I couldn't understand even how to start the test. Was all negative. You had to hit. You had to right
Yeah.
here. You had
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
hit.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
ended up that my first test was like 5.
Oh goodness. Oh
Yeah,
man.
5. Say, oh shit, I need to study. And then start to study more. And there was a time that after 1 month, because the time was very short, I
Yeah.
studied better. And I think the passing grade was 23.
Mm-hmm.
My grade was exactly 23.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to go. At that time, all my energy was to pass the test. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't expect where I'm going. I just say that I was a coach in California that was waiting for me. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, California, shit. I mean, like, I never even researched the name of it. I just got there. I got in the city called Reno, which is Nevada.
Yeah.
And the airport said, yeah, but why is it snowing here? I thought that was California.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
we met the coach. He was this guy, like long hair, like a character of a film. And he
Yeah.
started to speak to me. I didn't understand anything, but he was there to receive me. And then
Mm.
we ate in his car. We go to Susanville, like travel. from Reno to Susanville, 1 hour and a half, and I got
Yeah.
this city like a lot of snow, mountains, beautiful, but very very small. 17,000 people live there. And then I realized that everyone who lives there, they work in a place that is crazy. It's a prison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They work in a prison. So they call Susan a prison town.
Yeah.
And then I started to realize, once I didn't realize, I wasn't in real California. I was in this small town called Susanville, 17,000 people living there, and me, a Brazilian that loves summer, loves Brazil, and don't speak English, with a completely weird environment. Then I said, "Oh, I, I, I think I got in US." Now,
Welcome to the USA.
welcome, welcome.
So that was Susanville, guys. That was Susanville. Just to have a little bit of a scenario. So this is where Gabe start his journey in the US. But one thing I remember you telling me, because when you shared your stories, man, there are so many similarities. Like I feel like, man, this is so crazy how life is, right? Like sometimes you're talking about your story and I see myself, like
Right,
even from the soccer point, like perspective, and when like having this dream and having a friend coming to you and talking to you about this opportunity, that's exactly what happened to me at all as well. And but you talked about English, right? So and I remember like before I go to Susanville, because I got this letter, like offer letter or whatever, to go to Lassen College. And then I was like looking about I was looking up at the internet. So I put like Lassen College on Google and the website came up, and I would go like men's soccer, and I would see a list of names and faces, because I always looked for Brazilian people, to connect and get information, because I would get some offers from different places, but I didn't know. I didn't have any information, right? So
right.
one day I was looking like Lassen College, and I see this guy, Gabriel Colombo, Brazil, São Paulo, and I saw that face. I said, I remember this motherfucker. I know this guy. And then I said, man, I need to like, because we knew each other for a long time. We used to be part of the same because Gabriel mentioned he's Buddhist. I'm also Buddhist, and there is like a orchestra, and we were part of the developmental group, right? So we
Yeah,
played instruments in this developmental group. But Gabriel is older than me, so we weren't like really friends back then. I think I was like 7 or 8 or something like that. And but then I recognized him, and I said, man, I will like shoot my shot. I will send a message to this guy, see if like he remembers me and he can help me. And then I connect. Hey Gabriel, how's it going, man? Like I know you were in Susanville, California. Many beaches there, like living the dream, man. I have this offer. Is that a good place? And you like write up like, man, yeah, it's a good place, but you gotta be ready, man. You gotta be ready. And then you came to yeah, and then you came to visit, man. And I remember you telling me, uh, Alan, you need to learn English, man. This is your first step. And I was like, all right, I can do that. And I pretty much did the same thing. I studied for the TOEFL. I got my score. And after that, I was like, fuck English, like I don't need English until I get there. So when I get there, things will be fine. But I remember you telling me, man, you gotta speak English. You need to communicate. You're gonna go to the classes, so the classes are all in English. So you gotta be ready, man. And then I went there with no English, and I remember you, man, speaking like so confident. Like you were so confident. And one time we were at the point that one time we were having a conversation with Krish, our friend, and he's from England, right? So he's
yeah.
native, so he speaks English like it's his native language. And he said, man, from all of you guys, all of you Brazilians, it was like me, Jamelão, Joãozinho, and Lucas. He said, from all of you guys, Gabriel is the one that speaks the best, man. And one more thing. Sometimes Gabriel, I'm pretty sure he makes up words that don't exist, but he speak with such confidence that I believe in his words. Yeah, and I was like, what's going on here, man? So how did you develop these skills, man? Like this confidence to speak in a language that is your second language. How was the process to learn and most important, how to be confident when speaking English?
Man, so first, one thing that is important is that Susanville is very small, different, not California, but was very important because I think if we go straight to New York, for example, we would be fucked because there's so much people. People don't have no patience for you.
Yeah.
People don't want to. Oh, what? They say, man, I don't understand what you're saying. I have no time for that yet. Bye. And we went
Mm-hmm.
to a place that people actually never saw someone from a different city.
Yep.
Let's say that. When they see these kids coming from England, Spain, Brazil, Peru, Venezuela, because our team was a uh, United Nations team.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All the world is there, and we
Mm-hmm.
are the attractions for the city. So
Mm-hmm.
all the old folks, they look at us and say, man, I wanna hang out with those kids because I
Mm-hmm.
wanna I wanna be connected with Brazil. I wanna be connected to Spain. I wanna be connected with Africa because that's how Susanville was for us. People opened
Mm-hmm.
their doors
Yeah.
just because the cultural experience for them was very new. For us, it was new. For them, was very new. Wouldn't be new if it
Mm-hmm.
was in New York.
Yeah.
Just one more, right? So that is important to get it down. And just to give an example how my English was, sometimes I was walking and I see some kids that they went to school with me, and they say, "Yo, what's up, bro?" And I look at them and say, "Man, what they?" I just
Mm-hmm.
looked, Gabe. I thought they were asking my name. They say, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they start to look at me and laugh.
Yeah.
And I went through that a couple times. People laugh about what I was saying. And it was always like outgoing. But when I was leaving Brazil, some people said, yo, don't be shy, man. Just bring your energy, your presence. Trust on that. And very, very interesting is that when you are in a place, I was 23 when I got in
Yeah.
US. I had some life experience, not much, but I had some experience.
Mm-hmm.
But when you are in a place and that you don't speak the language, and people are usually in my team, they are younger because they couldn't communicate to me, and they are younger, very narrow view. They thought I was stupid
Mm-hmm.
because, like, man, if you don't know how to speak,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know nothing. But it's
Mm-hmm.
just because I couldn't express just my life experience.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say that I couldn't validate who I was.
Exactly.
That was frustrating
Mm-hmm.
because you know that you have juice to add to it, but you cannot use your juice because you don't know how to express it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I got very just, oh man, forget, man, like how when I gonna start to learn, like, no patience.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I guess Buddhism and this experience of overcoming challenges make you more resilient. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's keep calm. And sometimes kids just laugh at you because my team was everyone 18, 17, 19. I was 23. So
Yeah.
they very immature and making fun of things and said, man, these kids, I'm gonna fuck them up, like I wasn't very like balanced that time, and I wouldn't
Okay.
like try to argue, but even in an argument, I couldn't say the words.
Yeah.
Start to speaking in Portuguese.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I guess was the turning point, the game changed when I started to hang out with the musical people in Susanville.
Yeah.
My coach, he used to also play instruments. He
Hmm.
played in our orchestra. Susanville had an orchestra. Crazy,
Yeah.
but true.
Yeah. And a
Susanville
good
had
one.
amazing musicians. And all the old folks, I start to hang out with them, bringing my tambourine, bringing my drums, bringing my cavaquinho.
Hmm.
And they were the ones who encouraged me to have confidence because sometimes I wouldn't know how to say things, but they would say, yo, wait, talk slow. I wanna I you talk about and they start to guess what I was saying.
Hmm.
And that made me feel, oh, maybe I am important, or maybe I have something to share here. And that
Yeah.
made me feel more comfortable. I remember there was this family. They used to invite me and ask me to play samba, and I used to get my tambourine and sing some songs from Candeia, from
Hmm.
Jorge Ben, Cartola, songs that I love, and they wouldn't understand anything. But there was one guy that would say, "Man, you are making us cry here because that's so beautiful." This song, and man, I'm bad singer, like not, but like they could capture what not only what I was saying, but what culture I come from. It's like I made a bridge dam to Brazil.
Good.
It was my Brazil, of course, my experience there, but it was the same time that I found out music is a portal.
Yeah.
And then once I got in this mode of connect to people, then all the bullshit of the kids in my team, like I that wouldn't bother me because I already connect with who I
Hmm.
thought was cool, you know. So
You found your people.
I found my people, yeah. And then I start to like after let's say practically after 3 months, I start to understand what people were saying better. Three
Hmm.
months. And my English start to be more polished. Vocabulary not very good, but a lot of
Hmm.
teachers in the university. I was in university without speaking the language, and sometimes I
Hmm.
would say, "Professor, English bad.
Hmm.
Please help me." And they would stop with me, say, "Come like after class," and they would sit down with me. They would write the paper that I need to write with me. They would like try to explain. They use Google to explain in Portuguese. There is one professor that I remember. His name is Michael Giampaoli. He's a
I know him. Yeah. I had this professor.
and
Yeah.
this guy, man, he like he got me emotional because he said, man, like how he he has so much patience with someone that like no, sit down here. I'll work with you. Don't matter if you don't speak. And so those people, they made my experience be very special. And
Hmm.
then English was just a result of that. Like I start to feel this confidence when
Hmm.
Krish come, all these kids in the team, they saw me like they say, "Yo, he make up words that doesn't exist, but it's so much
Hmm.
confidence that we
Yeah.
believe."
It
And
was
I
the
guess
attitude,
it's
your attitude, your energy. Like,
right, right. And I guess what I'm trying to say is like the human exchange is always the key for you to excel your limitations.
hmm,
And more genuine you are in those exchanges, more you're able to break through your own shells. And I learned that a lot with Dr. Daisaku Ikeda,
yeah.
which is a mentor, my mentor in life. And he said that the importance to nurture healthy relationships where you can understand people's heart, basically. and I was trained by that. So even though I had no English, I had this uh, uh, straight desire to be connected. And fortunately, I was with music, but if it wasn't music, it would be a different tool for sure because it goes way beyond language,
Mm-hmm.
way beyond language. It's a much more spiritual exchange that going on,
Heart
and
to heart.
yeah, heart to heart. And I guess I learned that. I learned that when I was there.
Yeah, man. Talking to you is always a lesson, man. I'm so fortunate to have you as a friend, man. Yeah,
No way, bro.
yeah, man. And I know like our time like is kind of not short, but I mean like we're coming to an end, but what I really want to talk about now because I remember like that time we would have some challenges in the morning that we would go together, get together like 6 a.m. Remember that? Snowing outside, ice cold, and we would get together and chant like before our classes start. Like you mentioned, the mantra we used to chant, the Namyo Horenge Kyo. We would like sit for 1 hour and chant. And one thing, man, that I always admired in you is that like even with all those problems, if like in that circumstance, like far from family, cold, no money, you always would open that door with a big smile. And two words that I always think when I think of you, I think about two words. First, courage, and second, happiness. So I would like you to share what's the secret for being so courageous and so happy in life, man. So come on, share that with us.
I have none of that, man. Just because you have a benevolent eyes towards me, I'm I'm I just someone who learns from the people and friends that I have, and you are the one of the friends and people who live with me this process. Susanville, United States, was shaped me. Not United States culturally, but the experience, especially the struggles that we went through. And Alan didn't say it, but we were in a situation that sometimes we didn't have much to get food. For example, that happened,
Mm-hmm.
and we would just find a way to get everyone together and go to okay, let's talk to to coach, or let's talk to a friend, and we would find a way uh, to not only have our necessity, but to live the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we as Brazilians and we as human beings, we always have amazing experience when we are together.
Mm-hmm.
And these experiences of being together, they are overpowered when we are going through struggles. It's like I really know Alan. I can't stay like 20 years without speaking to Alan. But when we speak again, it's like, man, like we always here.
Mm-hmm.
Because me and Alan, we went through very deep shit that we didn't know how we gonna overcome. Like we had one point that said, man, like how we gonna be able to finish the school here? How are we gonna
Mm-hmm.
be able to play soccer? Like, and we would encourage each other, like say, yo, no, we're gonna be fine, and that a bone of friendship that goes forever. And usually nowadays people are not into this kind of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
People are more into uh in my own.
Yeah.
Be your own mentor, be your own like And that's not human beings, man. Human beings, we need each other to develop, to
Mm-hmm.
exchange, and to encourage each other. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you would ask me how I keep that energy when I was in Susanville, it was because I had friends that need that energy, but deeply, they give me the opportunity to bring that to the table. If it wasn't my friends there, you, Lucas, Pachi, maybe I wouldn't be motivated to create that energy. So this was just a result of having good friends around or have people that I care about. So let's say Alan's going there, man. Alan needs my best. So instead, I just gonna be in my side here. I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna invite him to come here to eat some food, to chant with me. Because at that time I was married, and
Mm-hmm.
me and my wife we used to live in a house, and
Mm-hmm.
the other guys used to live together in a soccer house,
Yeah.
like 2 bedrooms, 10 people, no
Yeah. Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
It was crazy. We live a situation like that,
Yeah.
and then it was like for me embrace you. It was my opportunity to tap into my own best self. Let's say that.
Mm-hmm. There you go. All right, man. Shit. I have no. You almost made me cry, man. But the thing is, I think that's a good wrap. You know, it's a good way to end this conversation, and I'm so happy that we had the chance to get together again and record this conversation in English, this episode for Papo Fluente podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Gabriel. Uh, man, thanks again. Thanks for being here.
Yo, bro, I have no words to express how much I'm proud of you and how much I'm proud about your movement since Susanville. Very inspiring. Like you, someone that have a very sustained determination and conviction. And it's amazing to have a friend like you and to see you, your wife, your 2 kids going living in Canada and experience like going to this new culture and creating a place, create a space where more people can come. For me, is just someone to say, "Yo, that's that's one of my references there." And knowing, no, I just want you to know that it's amazing. It's very important what you're doing for not only you, but for a lot of people, including myself, man. So it's a pleasure to be your friend and to be your family, man. For real. Thank you, bro.
Same here, man. Same here. You are one of my idols for sure. One of my heroes. I love you, brother, so so much. And like, man, make no mistake. Once I got to Brazil, I'm gonna visit you and your family. Get to know your daughter, and
Yeah.
let's make some noise there, okay?
Yes, yes, yes. And when you come here, you're gonna be able to teach me better English, man, because I'm losing the words already.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Make
All
some
right,
music.
guys. Good. All right, guys. So that was our conversation in English with Gabriel. So see you guys on the next episode. Peace. Bye.
Peace and love.